don't really need to meditate either. I'm like, meditation is an experience. Going to the doctor's experience. Taking your pills experience. When we come up to the problem is when we keep needing it, not addressing the issue to why we need it. So again, if I meditate now for an experience, not to get through the day. There was a point where I was meditating to get through the day, then I had to say to myself, what the hell, what's going on in my day that I have to rush home to meditate? Like that becomes problematic. So, and what it was is because I learned to meditate through all the day. I learned to let go of things, not get, so in the morning when I meditated, I felt really good, and then I got to work. I'm like, shit. But I had enough fuel in me to get to the day, breaking through. But by the end of the day, I was tired. I'm like, okay, I'll be right there. And I go in my room and meditate, and I come out. I'm better. And then all of a sudden, people around me are like, this guy's a freaking lunatic. He disappears. Right? He comes back. It's like, what the hell is going on?
I just needed to turn the damn brain off.
Yeah. And then I asked myself, what was I doing during the period after my first meditation and between my last meditation day? What was I doing that was exhausting me?
Thinking.
Yeah. I was thinking a certain way. I was holding on to a certain belief that was no longer in conjunction with what I wanted to believe. So then I slowly let it go, slowly developed it. And that's why, like, my day becomes my meditation. It becomes my practice. My life is my practice. There isn't something outside of me. So it's like some people are like, yeah, I got this practice. I go to the gym. I do yoga, do this stuff. And then I work. I'm like, yoga, your religion, your meditation, and work should be the same. Just different ways of expressing it. That's what I believe. That's what I come to do. But know this, it took me a while to get to that understanding. So to say that you should understand that now is misleading in a great way. So these practices, these type of concepts, you listen to them, try not to be misled by them. Where you are is perfectly and exactly where you're supposed to be, but there's always more expansion. But to think you're supposed to be somewhere else that you're not, that is the false representation that a lot of people put onto other people. And I want to tell you, you're exactly where you're supposed to be, listening to Perspective Shift.
There you go. Yeah. Let's dive into this first clip.
All right.
There is one thing you cannot have, and that is something for nothing. As a professor said recently, there is no such thing as a free lunch. Some time ago, I was in a store, and they offered a package of blades free if you took 2 tubes of shaving cream. Well, of course, they can't give blades free, as you know. That's included in the overall price. At least it's included in the overall cost of running business, or in the customer's charge. Nothing is free. You must give your attention, devotion, and loyalty to some subject, and then you will get a response, of course. Come to the waters and drink. Yea, he that hath no money, let him come. Buy wine and milk without money, without price. But the price is recognition. The price is belief, conviction. There's always a price to be paid. Nothing at all is free. As salvation, people say, is free. No, it isn't. By grace are ye saved through faith, Paul said. And grace simply means that the love, the light, and the glory of the infinite responds to any man when he calls upon it. Call upon me, I will answer you. I will be with you in trouble. I will set you on high, because you have known my name. So grace simply means the response of a supreme intelligence to your conscious thinking and acting. It's available to all men. It's not vouchsafed to certain people because of religious affiliation or creed or dogma. The nature of infinite intelligence is responsiveness, a response to all men. When you try to learn to walk, or when you learn to swim or to dance, you repeated a thought pattern, act again and again, and now you say it's second nature. Second nature is the response of your subconscious mind to your conscious thinking and acting. Just like you drive an automobile, at first you no longer, at least now, you no longer, touch the car with intensity or grip the wheel with intensity. Not at all. You touch it lightly. And actually it's your subconscious mind driving the car. It's effortless effort, in other words. its effort without tension or stress. You paid the price, didn't you, in attention, devotion, and loyalty to a principle, and stick-to-itiveness, determination. Now you're able to drive the car, or ride the bicycle, or swim, or play music blindfolded. You repeated a thought pattern again and again with your fingers, and now you play automatically. It's your subconscious playing. So we pay the price for everything.
Yeah.
I love that.
So, and that's the thing is, like, there is a price for everything, but a lot of times the price for everything has a negative connotation on it. So the way he explains it is a positive connotation, because if I pay attention, my attention is the price in which I seek and what I want to see. So if I pay attention to my imagination, through that, things will come. Mm-hmm. But often people they often think about the currency of money, and then how do I get the money? So
that's the levels of conditioning.
Yeah, exactly. So when you start broadening your understanding of this concept of paying, yes. Because if I sit still in a room and don't create any imagination, just stare at the wall, manifestation will be just what I'm staring at.
Yeah.
But when I go and take the time and pay attention to my imagination beyond the point at which I'm in, all of a sudden that paying it forward, if you will start to produce situations, circumstances. In some cases, money will come to me, and others, it's just circumstance, situation will come for me to what we here in the worldly, earthly plane thinks is earning the money.
Well, just like going to a gym, like Frank goes to the gym each morning. I do not go to the gym. But just like going to the gym, Frank is paying a price each day. He's working out, whether that's a arm day, leg day, whatever, whatever you're working on, etc., you're paying that price. It's a consistent pattern. And what Dr. Joseph Murphy was saying is, with a consistent thought pattern, we are paying the price to achieve what we want. Yeah. So it's through our consistent mind pattern. It's the neural network that we have created and that we consistently and habitually use is then when we get to experience what we're looking for. So it's, even though out here right now we're not seeing what we want or what we'd like to see, it's through the consistent thought pattern of us not giving up that we are paying that price to achieve or to experience that in which we set out for.
Yeah. Or what we're looking at, we paid for, but be careful.
Oh, yeah. Unwittingly, unknowingly.
Yeah, so it's like, that thing, you get what you pay for.
Yep.
You always get what you pay for.
Every time.
Be careful what you want and how you pay for it.
This was a tough pill for me to swallow when I started learning these concepts. Is I was like, shit, everything I'm experiencing right now that I don't like and that, I have pushed away, it's everything that I have subconsciously created and wanted. Otherwise, I wouldn't be experiencing this. And so it took a lot of mental effort to peel back these layers and begin to habitually think about and focus on those in which those things in which I wanted to experience or wanted to see.
Yeah. And a lot of times too is like it in the beginning it can seem like a lot of effort, but over time there's more effort holding on to something than letting go. Mm-hmm. So when we learn to let go, all voids will fill themselves. As we let go, it opens up to a plethora of different ways to attach.
What was the Buddha quote? The anger's like holding a hot stone. It burns no one but yourself. I forgot I'm butchering the phrase, but essentially what the Buddha was saying was holding on to anger is like holding on to a hot stone. Like, it does nothing but hurt you. Yeah. It doesn't affect the other party. It doesn't affect any of the world outside of you. It only negatively impacts your well-being. So, I mean, I do not even give a second to anger or to envy or to jealous, any of these types of things. As soon as I feel them come up, I recognize it and I go, I'm not going to hold on to that, because I understand what this process is. There's no point in holding on to any of those types of feelings, because they do not further you, they do not benefit you.
Or actually holding on to anything.
Yeah, good point.
So it's kind of like we've talked about this in in past podcasts about the monkey bar theory.
I love this.
And in order to advance, because we look at like what is the feeling of success, and that's getting into the stream of life and allowing yourself to flow, and then seeing everything coming at you. So if you're on a monkey bar and you're actually moving along the monkey bar, in order to move along, I have to be constantly grabbing onto a new bar, which then allows me to let go of another bar effortlessly. But then the one I grabbed onto, I must let go just as much, just as easily as I go. And that momentum across the monkey bars is the success, not the individual bars that you grabbed.
And how quickly you travel those bars is you paying the price.
Yeah.
At first, it's going to be slower as you're getting your bearings, you're figuring it out. And then faster each day. And then you're flying across these damn monkey bars.
Yeah.
But you've paid the price. You've got that thought pattern now. You understand how this works. It's the exact same way.
Yeah, so